Championship. Coming to you from the Philippines International Convention Center. It's 11:15 local time, but as you can see behind me, there's still people around because there's a Filipino boy about to take to the table with Jeff De Luna against Luong Dung from Vietnam. And I think we are ready, just about ready to go, so let me take you straight to our Master of Ceremonies, John McDonald.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome back. It's the 2006 Philippines World Pool Championship. With a race to 11 alternate breaks, referee in charge of the action is Nigel Reese, and now it's the turn of the new kids on the block. Firstly, would you please welcome, from the Philippines, Pinaka Guapa, Jeff De Luna! From Hanoi, Vietnam, would you please welcome Luong Dung!
So here we go with the new kids on the block. That's absolutely right. Two guys not well known outside of Asia, but two fellows making some waves here in Manila. The winner of this one goes into Luong Dung has proved that he belongs here. Jeff Luna has surprised everybody by getting this far. The 22-year-old from Metro Manila came third in their championship. That earned him this spot here, and he got through by winning a couple of his matches and then a couple of 10-8s in the round of 64 and the round of 32. So he's up against this man here, Luong Dung, who did very well, the 21-year-old from Hanoi, in his group stages. Beat them all, tough group as well. Won all three of his group matches, then came through against Neil of Chinese Taipei and walloped Wilmos Foldesh of Hungary 10-4 last time up. So it's a race to 11 now. Which one of these young guns is going to be progressing to the last 8? And I'm joined in the commentary box by one man who will not be in the last 8. Not definitely not. You ran into the wrong guy at the wrong time, Corey Jewell.
Yeah, Wu Cha-Ching really did in my hopes of this championship. I'd have to say I like Jeff De Luna here.
First track, race to 11.
He's been playing a lot of the guys at the pool and doing good over there. So,
well, if he does get through, Li Hei-Wen of China awaits in the quarterfinal with Ronnie Alcano and Wu Cha-Ching, the other half of that bracket. So Jeff De Luna won the leg. Raucous cheers greeted that.
Now I heard this. I heard Jeff De Luna has a really strong break, so we'll see how he does here.
This is the feature of his game. Buckle up tight.
He really does.
Yeah. He hit that so hard. The one ball came in and out of the side pocket.
Now that's the key to winning matches is getting shots at the one. Whoever gets more shots at the one is going to be able to come through here, I think. When you're hitting the balls that hard, you really got to get fortunate to get good shots at the one. He's just going to play the one ball in the upper left-hand corner, slide the cue ball out about 6 inches to play the two in the lower left-hand corner.
You won't see vertical lift quite like Jeff De Luna when he breaks. The elevation is absolutely phenomenal.
I think I'd break my back if I did a move like that.
Well, I'd end up in hospital, that's for sure.
He's sure flexible. What is he, 22?
Just 22. And a keen dancer, so moves around the table quite like this fella.
Yeah, watch out, ladies.
Nice pot. 3 Filipinos reached the last 16. A field that was really greatly reduced, but the first 2 have got through. But there aren't many people around here because they'd had to pick 3 Filipinos to survive. Jeff De Luna's name would not have been on that list.
Well, this looks like a pretty routine run out here. He's just gonna punch this 4 ball in and come out 1 rail to get on the 5. He's gonna try and get on the lower half of the table. That way he has a nice angle to come down on the 7. He's a little straight on. He might choose to play the 5 in the corner, but it came out from the side.
You knew that one was coming then, Curry.
Yeah.
Exactly as you chalked it up.
Yeah, these should be pretty routine. I'd stay in the middle of the table here. You don't want to get real straight on the ball. You want to get your angles to where you can come back down for the 9. It's makes things easier. That way you don't have to power your ball around. But he's got a big stroke, so he can handle everything.
Yeah, that cue ball tracking back.
Yeah. Would have liked to have been a little further down on it, but I think he can handle this shot.
He has that little habit. All you pool players have got some kind of idiosyncrasy. He taps his chalk on the apron of the table. And every time he makes a shot, he's vaguely happy with. And he'll be pretty happy with that. He won the leg, he broke off stupendously, and he cleaned up. And Jeff DeLuna is the first man out of the blocks here in this race to 11 for a place in the last 8. He leads 1-0. Elsewhere at the moment, wins today for Fu Wei and Liu Wen of China. Well, Suke out on table 2 with Konstantin Stepanov at the moment, 5-4 to the German. And we're just underway here. So this DeLuna Luong match is the last of the round of 16.
Thank you, rack 2 on the break, and 1 rack to 0.
They say he's 21. He doesn't look much older than 12 to me.
Okay, he came with a softer break there. That's similar to what Ronnie Alcano was doing, drawing the cue ball back, and the one he usually gets a shot in the side, but that 3 ball came around and kissed him.
Just goes to prove it's not all a pat or show, isn't it? On the break, you can develop the rack very effectively with the slow break, the soft break.
That's a nice shot. Well, it looks like he's going to have to draw the cue ball up table, probably up around the side pockets, try and stay in the middle, and then he's going to shoot the 3 and come 2 rails around for the 4.
This guy may be a new face outside of Asia, but if you think he's some young kid that's just emerged from nowhere in this tournament, you'd be wrong. He's beaten Alex Pagulayan in the Southeast Asian Games, and he took out Efren Reyes and Yang Ching-shung in the same tournament in Bali. And earlier this year, led Vietnam to the semi-finals of the World Cup of Pool in Newport, Wales. So this guy's been operating at a high level for quite some time now, and this is the event, though, that's put him on the world map.
I'll tell you, he made one of the best shots I've ever seen in the match. He jumped on top of that ball. It was wedged between 2 balls, and he got the jump cue out and landed right on top of it to hit it.
To avoid the 3 foul, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was a sensational shot.
If anybody was watching that match. So this should be a close match, because it looks like both of them are breaking good and playing good. And they're both pretty confident, looks like. And he just hit this with high English, and the cue ball should come up right around where it's tipped.
Nice steady start from Luong. So much at stake at this one. He really jumps up after this round. When you go out at this round, it's $4,500. When you reach the next level, $10,000. That's a useful chunk of change in anybody's language. And just edge off the Luna. Dung says, well, I can break and run out as well. I may not put on the power like the Luna, but I still get the job done. Yeah, the big money starts coming into focus once you get to the quarterfinal stage. Losing the semi-finals, pick up 20 grand. Gets the final and comes second, 40 grand. And if you scoop the pot, $100,000 US.
Back three, going into break, 1-1.
And the question I shouldn't ask a pool player, of course, is, do you want the title or do you prefer the money?
Oh, I'm here for the title. That's it for me.
Yes, we will believe you, Corey. There does come a point, though, when actually winning that championship does supersede the check. And these fellas both would love to be crowned world champion. Now, you just watch the vertical lift of this fella. It really is quite phenomenal. It's a good job we've got a high ceiling here. I mean, does he actually clear the floor? I mean, that is a phenomenal effort.
Yeah, he almost fell backwards.
Yeah, see that? That left leg does a high step. He's off. Oh yeah.
He actually jumps forward about 2 feet.
Yeah. We have liftoff.
I'd hurt myself if I did something like that. Well, he's got a tough shot here. He's going to have to try and cut this one ball in. I think he's going to do the cue ball down table for maybe safe if he misses.
Yeah, he's going to be reluctant to give this table up, isn't he, with those balls spread all over it like that. Well, he's got to play smart too. There goes the one. He's nailed it. And he's cleared the 9 as well. Put this rack into it.
Yeah, these balls are sitting pretty nice, huh?
Corey, even I might fancy my chances on this table, and I can't play a lick.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd be able to handle it. I'm looking for a problem and I don't see one.
Well, he's got to get a position on the 4 off the 3.
Well, I mean,
it's actually the biggest headache.
yeah, that he's gonna hit that with a lot of inside English. He's actually gonna hit the side cushion and then the bottom cushion is gonna hug back to the rail. A lot of left-hand English. That's what I'm playing. He might be able to soft roll it, but looks like a pretty steep angle.
That little tap on the...
Yeah, he's trying to... when he taps the chalk, he wants it to slow down, and some people think it slows the cue ball down, but I think that's a myth.
So it's a nervous habit he's developed over the years.
Yeah. Nah, he needs to roll up to get the correct angle on the 5. So if he stops right there, after he shoots the 5, he'll be down by the 9. He doesn't want to do that. Just pocket this ball and follow 2 rails, come towards the 9 ball and just have a pretty easy shot.
Well, hopefully I'm not jinxing him. It's not often in this competition, this whole tournament, that we've seen 3 straight break and run-outs. This table has not been breaking like this for other people. You get the wing ball down, but so often there's something blocking your path from the cue balls to the 1 ball. But here, both these fellas just making it look easy in the early going.
Well, you've got the guys that have been winning, so they're obviously playing good. And the further along you get in the tournament, they're gonna run out a lot more. So
It's what makes alternate break.
we might scratch this.
It's going to be okay.
Yeah, see, I would have probably hit the other side of the pocket there. I don't know if I would have played it that way, but he hit it good.
The only negative I've seen in this fellow's work this last week is the occasional lapse in concentration. He takes his eye off the ball once in a while. Not there. But as you say, the position of the cue ball on that last shot wasn't ideal, but it was still good enough for Jeff DeLuna to profit from this wonderful break that he's got. That just opens up the table. Well, with DeLuna breaking like this, the pressure really is on Luong and his break, because he can't afford any slip-ups. He's chasing his opponent anyway.
Rack 4, comes along to break, turning 1 rack to 2.
Well, I'm noticing all these young guys are playing good now. It looks like we're playing the junior 9-ball tour, not the world 9-ball tour. 17-year-old world champion. Yeah, that's the break right there. That's the one I saw Ronnie Alcano doing. He's drawing the cue ball back 2 rails towards the 1. He's going to get a lot of shots at the 1 like that. I like that break.
Yeah, this was planned all the way. That's not losing control of the cue ball, is it?
He knew exactly where both balls were going. And that's, that he's going to get a lot of shots at the 1 if...
I might just plant the seed out in his mind. He's thinking, oh, boy, this fella's got a good break. I'd better keep my break going. Sometimes the arm just tightens up when you feel that pressure. Speaking of pressure, this isn't the easy cut into a blind pocket.
Yeah, he made this out a little bit tough. I might have just stopped it right there. And, good shot there. Yeah, it looks like he can probably just follow 2 rails towards the 4 ball. And he can shoot the 4 and draw back for the 5.
I like the poise that we're seeing from both these players. There's no edgy, nervous shots in this match so far.
I think neither one of them made a mistake yet.
I mean, the only thing we've seen is we've got a little bit picky about where Jeff DeLuna put the cue ball last time up for 1 shot, and that's it. Everything else has just been nailed on.
Yeah, he's just looking at trying to get the correct angle on this 6 to get on the 8. Just try and get down close to the bottom rail, and he should have an angle to come up to the middle of the table, and that's pretty much all he's trying to do. He got a little straight on it there. Now he might have to play the 8 in the side. That's what he's looking at. He's looking at playing the 8 in the side pocket now. Now he came a little bit too far, got a little bit too much angle, so now he might have to power this ball and come around 2 rails for the 9.
And that brings an element of risk into a side pocket. That looked easy.
What a great shot.
It really was.
Great shot.
Even this Filipino crowd would have grudging acknowledgement for that. Super shot on the black. Another very well-constructed rack from Luong Dung. We've had 4 great breaks, 4 cleanups. This one's boiling up to being a good one. Good entertainment for the fans that have stayed here, and you really couldn't see much more of a contrast, could you, in how they break. It's all precision and poise on the left-hand side of the screen. On the right-hand side of the screen, Houston, we have liftoff.
Well, you know how I'd be breaking. I'd probably be doing the soft break, but that didn't seem to work for me, so...
Back 5, and there was a break.
Well, let's see how this one plays out.
Well, you're a modest fella, Corey, but you are acknowledged as the soft break king, so I'll be interested to see your thoughts on the other guy when he comes up to break next. You certainly can't break like this fella. You'd probably break something in your neck if you tried. I guess there are no rights and wrongs with breaks. It's what works for you. He lost a ball.
That's a foul. That is a foul, and you don't see many people that can even do that.
Now he's trying to work out what happened. I'll tell you, his very first break, that ball smashed into the side pocket.
3 balls, and the 1 ball flies off the table.
It's unfortunate because it bounced at just the wrong time.
That's unbelievable power there. He had to hit those 35 miles an hour, probably. It's probably the hardest break I've ever seen. Wu Cha-Ching can be close when he's really hitting them hard. But
you got to control that power.
Yeah.
Oh, look what he's done to this rack.
You got to harness it.
I saw in his first rack the one ball hit that side pocket so hard it virtually bounced straight back into play off the back of the pocket. And this time he's lost it, so he needs to just watch that a little bit.
Well, it's nice to have a lot of power, but really your whole goal here is to win the tournament. It's not to break the table, yeah. So you got to get your goals. This man here has got his goals right. He's trying to win the tournament.
Nice angle. There should be absolutely no problems here. Look at where that 9 ball ended up off that break. You don't often see it head that far north. They usually have to come south to take that 9 ball, but not after a Jeff DeLuna break.
Well, it looks like Luong he's going to break serve here, and that's what he needed to do, get back on top.
So it's Jeff DeLuna that blinked, losing the 1 ball off the table and leaving a very easy clean-up for Luong, who will break for 4-2 when we return. The power show didn't pay off this time.
Alright, let's get back to your commentators. Rick Holling and Corey Jewell.
Leading 3 racks to 2.
I will stick my neck out and say that Luong will not force a ball off the table.
I'll stick my neck out and say he's going to shoot the 1 in the side.
He needed that to put the brakes on.
A little too much draw on that one. Let it go. That's the whole problem with the soft break. You really have to have a good touch to be able to control those balls, and sometimes, you know, it gets a little bit away from you, just like it happened in my match, and all of a sudden you don't get a shot.
Well, he does have that push-out option, of course, should he wish to take it.
Yeah, there's the the legal push shot. He doesn't have to hit the one. It's only after the break.
He's not looking at that.
Yeah, he's going to jump this. I can't believe that.
Oh, it nearly came off.
Good try.
But good try is not good enough.
Well, he left it pretty good. Jeff could maybe try the combo on the 8. That looks pretty tough.
And with that 2 and 3 a little bit too close for comfort as well.
Yeah, the 2 and 3 are blocking the bank. So maybe he's going to try some sort of safety here. Maybe clip the 1. I don't know. Well, clip the 1, go behind the 5. He could try and do.
We've had to wait for rack 6 for our first actual miss. Everything else has been break and run out, apart from the foul when Dung just went up to the table and ran out.
Yeah, he went behind the 5. That's a hell of a shot there.
Yeah, like that one, didn't he?
Well, Jeff DeLune is showing us that he's got all the moves. Not just a power player, he's got the finesse game too.
We know he's got the moves when he wins a match as well. He's a master on the dance floor. Loves to strut his stuff when he wins. Now, how's he going to get out of this one, Luong? Looking at the kick. Nicely done. What's he going to get? I think he's going to be too thrilled with that.
Well, it didn't come up that good, but at least he hit the right side of the ball. He put space between the balls and at least he made Jeff has to make a real tough shot here.
He actually opened up the 2 and 3 as well. They were a little bit closer together than that, but a little nudge has put some daylight there, which, if Jeff can nail this one, makes the rest of the rack a lot easier for him. He should get this, but that distance puts a question mark up there.
Well, one tough shot to the next. This is he's going to flirt with this 8 ball if he pockets the 2 in the lower left-hand corner. I expect him to make it. He's a straight shooter. Still got them young eyes. Oh, just overcut it.
Now, can Luong see that blue? If he can, this rack is shaping up very nicely for him, and I think there might just be enough. We have to get the right camera angle a bit better. So a chance here for Luong to get back in control of the table. That camera angle shows us everything we needed to see.
Well, even if Jeff loses this, not the end of the world, because Luong broke, so he probably should have ran out anyway. So it's not that big of a swing. So
and it's still early in the match as well. So bide his time. Having said that, it was an opportunity, and you never want to give those up.
Yeah, you don't want to have him get out too far out in front. They can.
People aren't coming back from deficits, certainly in the round of 64 and beyond. With this ultimate break, there's very few collapses once somebody's got a lead. I can't think of any off the top of my head where somebody's had a 3 or 4 rack lead and blown it.
Yeah, that's the only problem with the alternate break format that I don't like, is you get down, there's really no coming back. In winner break format, if I'm down 10-2, I feel like I can maybe put 6-7 racks together and come back and match.
Yeah.
This way, you're dependent on your opponent to miss, or make mistakes. I'd rather just depend on my play and not have to worry about what my opponent does.
Well, Dung is going to be looking at a little bit of daylight between himself and his opponent in a couple of shots' time. That daylight better not grow anymore. Zalina's up next, and he better have that break under control. Luong pads his lead. Bit of a struggle, got there in the end. 4-2 to the man from Hanoi. Elsewhere, Ralph Suke is in terrific form, leading what remains of the European charge. It's Asia all the way at the moment. North America's interest ended some time ago. But Ralph Suke flying the flag for Europe. 8-4 up against Konstantin Stepanov.
Yeah, Ralph gets rolling. He's going to be tough to beat this tournament.
Doing a break. 32 racks to 4. Big as you can, please.
Ralph's a little bit of a slower player, and the alternate break formats, it works out good for him because he's not really a rhythm player. The rhythm players have a tough time with the alternate break because they have to play one game and then sit in the chair, and it's a little bit tougher on those guys.
All right, he's got the ring ball. Here we go. 3 and a look at the, in fact, is it 4? It's tough to keep up with.
3, yeah, 3.
Yeah, 3, and a shot at the 1.
Yeah, that's another thing. Jeff is making so many balls on the break that there's no traffic on the table. So he almost has to get a shot. Yeah, this is a tough shot here. He's got to roll this up in the top right corner.
Did he take just a touch off that break?
No, he hit it with a little bit more bottom English, which kept the cue ball down.
Right.
So that way the balls weren't jumping.
He's not eyeing up that 9, surely. He'll just run this out.
Oh, this ball didn't roll very good.
But it still went in.
Great shot. Yeah, if you hit the cue ball a little bit above center on the break, it tends to have the cue ball jump in the air more. You'll get more of a hop. If you hit more bottom, it keeps the cue ball down on the table. Well, if he can just get on this 3, I think this rack should be. I don't think he has a real comfortable bridge.
No, he's considering his options here, isn't he? Now he's gone back to plan A.
This would be an easy shot for me. He's left-handed.
Yeah, well played. Does he get the 3?
Good speed. Just roll up a couple inches. Tap the chalk a couple times.
What was he looking at there? Just making sure that he clears that jaw.
He just wants to pick a spot out on the table that he's going to follow to make sure he can see the 6.
Yeah, he has some distance here. Very makeable, but once in a while, if the concentration wanders off to the next shot, this sort of shot is missed.
was a good shot there.
Yeah, got himself off the rail.
I'll just follow this one rail out to the middle of the table, and that'll be it.
A very full house considering the lateness of the hour here in Manila. We are closing in on midnight. More play. Jeff DeLuna needed that just to make sure that gap didn't grow any wider. But it's still Luong Dung of Hanoi that's in control of this one. This was a lovely shot. You wondered if it was going to make it, and then it dropped. So we've had the phony war, we've loosened ourselves up, we've got a sight of the table. Now these two fellas can get down to the serious business of booking themselves a place in the quarterfinal.
Yeah, it is getting kind of late. I've been waking up at 6 a.m. a little jet lag.
New rack 8.
I'm running a little low on gas.
It's 4 racks to 3.
Don't you go falling asleep on me there, Corey. This match will keep you awake, hopefully. Look at that.
Yeah,
back online.
On the side. Probably fix the break. But just like when I was soft breaking, the balls aren't opening up that good. So he's got a lot more tricky position play to work with.
Steve Davis, who always stresses that he's not a pool player, but he's a snooker player first, although he certainly can handle himself pretty well on a pool table. He felt that this table had more or less lost the slow break. Now Luong here is showing that you can get it right, but it's a good point you make there that the balls aren't blowing open all over the table for him.
Yeah, he's gonna have to have some good speed on this 4 ball to get it just past that 7. And keep his angle on the 5. Wow, perfect shot there. Just a little high right English, and I'll follow over 1 rail. And try and get a little low on the 6 ball because he doesn't want to have the angle into the 9. He doesn't want to run into the 9. And came in a little short there. And he's gonna have to draw his ball out. And I'd want to get above this 7, right where his tip is, right there. So he wants to put the cue ball. That way you can have an angle to come down on the 8. A little weak there.
Deluna's hoping he's going to go look in.
Got a little bit weak there on that one. He needs to power. He needs to power this. Come back down the table.
Well, he rattled an earlier shot straight into one of those side pockets without any problem whatsoever.
I'd like to come down on the right side of the 8. He's got a little bit more area there to get on it. Oh, what a shot that was.
Just needs to do a little bit more work, and that should be okay.
Yeah, I think he just got there. He's got a big angle on this. This is a missable ball. Ooh. Dead center.
It dropped. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And if this drops, he can walk back to his chair with a smile on his face. 5-3. Luong looking very cool here. Keeps the pressure on DeLuna. Still a long way to go. Race to 11.
World Pool Championship 2006 is brought to you by Manila Bulletin Publishing Corporation.
Well, let's check out what's happening over on table number 2. Ralph Suke and Konstantin Stepanov. The winner will be the only European in the last 8 here at this year's World Pool Championship. So far, looking pretty good for the dour German Ralph Suke, who's very quietly had a terrific week here in Manila. And assuming he wins out here against Konstantin Stepanov, he will be the lone non-Asian, but more than capable of mixing it in that company.
Oh, a little short there. He's got a little work here.
Yep, not ideal.
He's gonna have to run into the 9. He'll probably hit this with a little top English, run into half the 9, and hope he gets a shot. I don't think he can draw and miss the corner pocket. I think if he draws, he's flirting with the scratch.
Well, when you've got a lead like this, it does give you a cushion, a safety net to work with. Nothing he can do. You never want to go out of this competition. You certainly don't want somebody patting you on the back and saying, well, didn't you do well to get to the last 16? But Konstantin Stepanov was not considered one of the main contenders. But it does look as if that's where his challenge is going to end, because Suke has just nailed that black and needs this to be first man on the hill when he's there.
Ralph is a tough customer.
Well, nobody's going to want to meet him in the quarterfinals, that is for sure.
Unbelievable that he's not on the Moscow team this year.
I bet you guys are happy about that.
I am happy.
So Suke is on the hill and breaking. We'll just stay on table 2 to see if the German can get the job done. A stern inspection of the rack.
15th drop, Suke to break, leading 10 drops to 4.
This for a place in the last 8. That's the kind of break you want when you're on the hill.
You can't argue with that break. The fortunate thing is that he ends up straight in the side on the 2. That 2 ball could have went anywhere. I think it kisses off a couple balls. This is a road map. Just roll up.
It doesn't look the hardest rack, does it?
Yeah, he should get these. He'll take his time, make sure he does, though.
Yeah, Suke's not one of those guys who rushes things.
Yeah. I've never accused him of it. I remember he was running one out like this on me in the 8-ball tournament in the States. And I just hid my head in my lap, and I just stood there for a while, and I didn't know what he was doing. It took him about 30 minutes to run him out.
But better not take him 30 minutes here. The match on table 1 might be over. No, he didn't need to be doing that, but he's okay. He's got position. A little bit close to the 7. But nothing that's going to bother him too much. Well, coming to an end for the Russian. But he's put in back-to-back solid performances at the World Championship. Stepanov. I seem to recall he reached the round of 32 a year ago.
Yeah, he's a good player. I played him last year. I practiced a little bit with him at the pool room. At Coronado Billiards over here, and yeah, he's a good player.
You can't fluke your way to the last 16, that's for sure. But it looks like that's as far as Stepanov is going to go, because Suke slowly but surely, and slowly is the key word, he is taking his time. Yes, more Johnny Archer than Tony Drago around the table, isn't he? And I mean, no disrespect to Johnny, but he's not one of the game's quickies.
You know, Johnny he used to play fast when he was younger, and he's really slowed it up. I actually thought he was a better fast player. But
I guess the bottom line is you go with what you're comfortable with.
yeah.
Yeah, no point in, you can't rush yourself, and you can't artificially slow yourself down. One of your compatriots, I think he's the slowest player I've ever seen at last year's championship. We loved him to death, but you're not here this year. Dan Basovic.
Yeah.
Boy, did he take his time.
Him and Gabe Owen had a match they played in the States, and Danny took a 30-minute smoke break, came back, shot 2 balls in, and took another 30-minute smoke break.
Well, this fella is about to close the book on this round of 16 match. Well, Suke finishes the job. 11-4 over Konstantin Stepanov of Russia. The German reaches the quarterfinals, where he will meet the mystery man from Chinese Taipei, Liu Chengchuan. Not considered one of the hot shots from Chinese Taipei, but I guess if you reach the quarterfinals, you've got everyone's attention. Now, table 1 has our attention. Jeff DeLuna looks like he's on his way to rack number 4. He's had to play a couple of safety shots and played them well to get to this position. This rack was not break and run out, so there's more to his game than just a monster break. So DeLuna tucks in Luong slipstream. I got a feeling this one's got a long way to go yet.
We got a pretty close match over here, these two guys.
He's such a difficult man to rattle, this Luong, isn't he? Known in some quarters as Mr. Bean, for some reason.
Mr. Bean. Well, with a name like Long Dong, I think he'd have a little different nickname.
Can't begin to imagine what you're referring to there, Corey. Not sure what this fella's nickname is, actually. A guy with a very aggressive style, loves to get after his shots. Big basketball fan, avidly watches hoops whenever he can.
Rack 10, Andrew Long to break, leading 5 racks to 4.
So let's see this wonderful, wonderful slow break of Luong's in action.
There it is. One inside.
That works. Once again. He's only missed one of these, hasn't he? Down goes the wing ball. One in the side again, and then he can go to work.
It's just going to float down for 2.
Well, you can see why this fella's still in the competition. You know, with this alternate format, it means that you're breaking a lot. You're breaking every other rack, obviously. He just gives himself so many chances off his break.
Well, he got there. I don't think the 5 passes the 7 in the right-hand lower corner, but I think he'll just draw it back 4 or 5 inches and play the 5 in the same corner. Should be routine from here.
They are not enjoying this crowd. Jeff DeLuna's not enjoying it, but the way this fella's playing his pool, they can appreciate it and respect it, but he is keeping these fans slumped in their seats. He's giving DeLuna nothing. I mean, here we are in what was it, rack 10, rack 11, something like that. The only mistake of note was DeLuna losing that 1 ball off the table. Other than that, these two are just nailing every shot.
Yeah, they're pretty much just trading racks here. Whoever won the lag is favorite.
Well, that was DeLuna. But of course, he lost that 1 ball. Luong stepped up, cleaned up a wide open rack, so the advantage went to the Vietnamese. This is 10 of the cleanest racks that we've seen in any match at this year's championship.
Yeah. Long Dong's really letting it all hang out.
Well, he's got position once again. In the books, off the break. Boy, this fella gets his job done. Luong Dung, 6-4, keeping that daylight, keeping the heat on Jeff DeLuna. Yeah, it can't be a lot of fun sitting there watching the other fella breaking as well as this.
Especially when you feel like you have one of the hardest breaks in the world, and then
and it's a very muted crowd.
11. Jeff DeLuna to break. 24 racks to 6.
This is an edge of the seat crowd when a Filipino is playing, and they're sitting here with anxious looks, because whilst they may be pro-Filipino, they also know their 9-ball, these fans, and they know the job that Luong is doing here, and it's keeping the pressure on DeLuna. He can't afford another little slip. Got to keep his break. He banged those balls around. The 1 dropped. Where's that pink going? Is it going to cover the 2?
no,
That's a bad break. That's really unlucky.
I mean, everything's hanging in the hole too. And it's just the only ball he can't see is the 2 ball.
Well, the person that gets that 2 gets the rack. Just look at that pink.
Well, he's going to have to push out here. After you break, you're allowed to push out. You don't have to hit the ball, and then your opponent's going to have the option to either shoot or pass.
You can pot a ball. What if he played the combination? 4 onto the 2, left the cue ball down there, right at the opposite end from the 3. So there's no shot for Luong on the 3.
That's good. That's a very good shot there. I thought you didn't play that much pool.
I don't. I'm just thinking, what would you do in a desperate situation like this? But if he jammed it up down there and put that 2 away, it's an option.
That would be a good push out. What I push out to, I try and push out to a place where I can see the ball, but there's no real good shot. There's no safety. I'd have to make something up from there. That way I better my odds.
Push out called.
Well, we knew he was going to push. What does he go with? elects to run the 9 towards the 8 just to try and mess up the table, and I don't think he'll be thrilled with that.
Okay, I think he's puts a little play in the game, because I think the only shot here is just to soft roll to the bottom rail and tick the 2. I think that's the only safety. And then they're going to have to just bun it around, and whoever gets the first shot wins the game, I guess.
I'll tell you what, Luong didn't waste any time throwing that back at Jeff DeLuna, did he? You took one look at that and said, you have got to be joking.
Yeah, I think the shot is just to very softly hit the bottom rail and bump the 2 to the rail. And hopefully you don't leave... looks like he's trying to stroke this ball pretty hard. I didn't like that shot. I didn't know what he was trying to do there.
No, that is not good news. If Luong can get position off this 2 onto the 3, there's going to be some serious daylight between the 2 players. Well, he brought that on himself, Jeff DeLuna, with the push out, and Luong smartly looked at it and said, I don't want that.
Hey, you should have went over there and coached him.
Well,
all your experience.
The day he needs coaching from me.
Well, you picked the right shot. That was a right shot.
Well, in retrospect, he wouldn't be in this match mess now, Jeff DeLuna. Look at this.
That's a good shot. I mean, just get the cue ball anywhere where you can make the 4, and it's pretty much a throw-in. 5's hanging, so you really don't have to play position that much. 6 and 8 are sitting pretty good.
Yeah, because Jeff didn't even manage to mess up that 8-9, which he was trying to do. Without success. Luong just taking a leaf out of the Ralph Souquet book of 9-ball, just slowing it down a touch. But this is a critical rack in this match. You don't want to get it wrong when you've finally got control of the table. A chance for a 3-rack lead and coming up to break next. This doesn't look clever for Jeff DeLuna one little bit.
Yeah, just come out to the middle of the table here.
Nice touch once again.
Yeah, he might have to make a long shot on the 8 here. He got a little straight on the 6. I don't think he wants to try and follow it, because if you follow it to try and get a little closer to the 8, you could hook yourself behind the 9. So I think he'll just try and stop it. Maybe draw back a couple inches. Stopped it.
He's happy with that long shot.
Yeah, he's a straight shooter. You don't have to put a lot of pace on it. Hit a little bit softer, makes the pocket bigger. Yeah.
Well, the Philippines has seen Ronnie Alcano and Rodolfo Luat progress today. But their 3rd survivor in the round of 16, Jeff DeLuna, at the moment you would say unlikely to join them in the quarterfinals. And that all came off a dreadful bit of fortune to start with, the way that pink ball covered up the blue off the break. But then after that, the push out and the following shot from Jeff DeLuna, that wasn't his finest moment. It could have been so different. But once he gave up the table, there was only one outcome. And if DeLuna thinks this is bad, he's about to get even worse. Luong is up to the table, and Jeff DeLuna leads the Vietnamese man's break to start breaking down. There's been no evidence of that.
Yeah, Long his break's pretty solid. It's, I expect him to shoot that one on the side again like he's been.
Rack 12. As Luong to break, leading 7 racks to 4.
The only thing that can go wrong with this break is he draws into the corner.
Wing balls in. And then we go the other side.
Too quiet, please.
Oh, 2 ball's a little bit tough here. That 4's in a bad spot. He needs to somehow get on the other side of the 2 where he can play it in the right-hand corner, but he's got his angle. I don't think it'll allow that. He might have to roll down and play the combination on the 8.
Yeah, there's some balls in the path of where he would like to send that cue ball. I think you're right, Corey. That combination may be a little bit more attractive.
I don't know what he's looking at here, if he's going to... Oh, what a shot. Who drew that in between the 4 and the 5?
That, very quietly, is as good a shot as you'll see in this match.
Yeah, that was a nice display of cue ball control there. I don't know if I would have attempted that. Well, we have the Filipinos and the Taiwanese. And now we have the Vietnamese.
And China emerging. We have a Chinese player in the last 8 as well. Asian 9-ball is not a 2-horse race anymore. They may have more depth, but there is quality rising out of other countries. This is looking very bleak. It's a tough old format, isn't it, Corey? Because no matter how well you play, at some point, 127 out of 120, 8 of you, are going off this table a loser. And that feeling just leaves a bad taste in the mouth.
Yeah, no matter how good I finish, I get 3rd or 2nd. If I don't win, I leave feeling like I lost, you know? No matter how big a check.
Maybe
that was a slip up there.
Yes, maybe we don't need to write Jeff DeLuna off yet. Luong's going to have to do some work with this.
That was careless there. He shouldn't have this shot.
He dug himself out of it, but that might do him a bit of good. That's like a glass of cold water being thrown in your face because it's just been too easy for Luong lately. And that will have just given him a little jolt. Got away with it. A little sigh of relief there from Luong. Could have let Jeff DeLuna back at the table. Instead, he's reinforced his authority. 8-4 he leads in this race to 11.
Let's get back to our commentators, Nick Holling and Corey Buell.
Yeah, Jeff DeLuna up next when eventually the players return. They've just gone out to stretch their legs and do whatever they need to do. For Jeff DeLuna, I think it's just a case of kick-start himself. 1 spot remains in the last 8. The winner of this one will meet Li Hei-wen of China in the quarterfinals. We could have Vietnam beat China in the quarters. One of those two will advance to a semi-final against Ronnie Alcano or the defending champion Wu Chia-ching. Nobody talked about Wu Chia-ching as a possible repeat champion a week ago. Corey Jewell, you were on the receiving end of Wu's work. How would you rate his chances now?
Well, I mean, you can't argue with his break. I mean, it just breaks the ball so hard and controls the cue ball. His cue ball's always in the center of the table, and you're going to get a lot of shots at the one when you do that. He doesn't make many mistakes. That's the thing. He just doesn't miss balls, and he plays safe when he's supposed to. He's just a solid player.
That's right. He's rapidly becoming a favorite for that $100,000 first prize.
It looks. I think Luong, he's looking like he could be tough to beat here.
Yeah, he's doing nothing wrong. He really isn't. You would think he'd be favored against Li of China. While we're waiting, let's delve into our box of tricks and see what these fellas can do when they're relaxing a little bit.
One of the biggest causes of missing a pot is because you've moved your head. When you move your head, your body moves, and that could possibly mean your arm moves off the line. So what you've got to try to do is to keep your head as still as possible. This anchors the rest of your body down and also makes sure that your cue has the best chance to move in a straight direction. So when you're practicing, practice very methodically keeping your head still, whether you pot the ball or not. So if you're in practice, even if you miss the pot, keep your head still. And you keep your head still whether the ball goes in the pocket or whether it misses to the jaw of the pocket. And then you train yourself to make sure you keep your head still for long enough that it becomes a good habit. So even if you miss the shot, keep your head still and then you can move. That's the best way of making sure you have no body movement.
Rack 13, after the break. 4 racks straight.
And when Steve Davis tells you to do something, it's usually good advice.
I don't think Jeff DeLuna is going to listen to him on this break shot, though.
I think you might be right. Yeah, let's watch the head movement from Jeff DeLuna.
I'm guessing it's not going to stay real still.
As he listened to Steve Davis, we know the answer. Oh, look at that! Wow, a change of tempo from Jeff DeLuna that caught all of us by surprise.
He sees what's working.
We should have realized something was up because he switched sides on that break.
Yeah, I saw that he moved his cue ball a little bit.
Well, he gets a nice easy shot at the one. Jeff's obviously looked at the other fellow and thought, well, it's working for him.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that 5-9 combination looks like it could be on.
We will find out. But
If that's the case, then he can just get this off the rail a little bit, draw back on the 4, come over and play the combination, but I don't know.
that 5-9 looks very on, doesn't it, from that angle?
You got a little steep angle there. You might have to get on the 5 now. Either way, it shouldn't be a problem.
Oh no, so busy lining up the combination. He takes his eye off the ball.
Well, that opportunity right there could be the end of Jeff DeLuna's chances.
He's lucky that 6 ball's sitting there. He's very fortunate because if Luong had stepped up with a clean shot, this really would have been the end of him. As it is, what can Luong do? Head for the tall grass.
Yeah, Jeff's got a possible bank here. I think he'll try and bank this and keep the cue ball right around where the 5 is. he hits it perfect, it could go in and he might be able to run out. If not, he should be safe. I'll hit this with some right-hand English to hold the cue ball under the 9.
Is that going to stick its nose out?
Well, I think we're going to see a jump shot here. He's only got to go out over about half the ball.
Yes, he didn't waste much time picking out the short stick, did he?
If he pockets this ball, he might be able to play that combination.
Well, he's got to do what Jeff didn't, concentrate on making one shot at a time. Forget that combination. It'll still be there if you can sink this. Oh, he's got it. Well, he doesn't have the combination, but he probably couldn't care less.
That's a great shot. I've never been really good with the jump cues. That is a hell of a shot.
He's left himself a hell of a shot.
Not only do you have to get your aim right, but you have to time when the cue ball is actually going to land. Because if you catch the ball in the air, you're going to cut it a different way than you think. More cell phones in the crowd, it sounds like.
Something's going to have to put this fellow off his stroke.
Thank you then, settle down.
Nice. Yeah, he's in between thoughts here. He doesn't know if he should shoot the 5 or shoot the combo.
Well, surely safety is the name of the game. Just take the easy option when you're as far ahead as he is. Well. Is he going to get very lucky? Is that going to keep rolling?
Yeah, I think he just moved his bridge there. He had an uncomfortable bridge on the rail. And sometimes if you have too short of a bridge and you're trying to power one, see, he moved his hand. So he had too short of a bridge there. It was uncomfortable for him. So to power it, he had to jerk. And once he jerked, that moved his whole body. He didn't make a smooth pass at it.
Hasn't missed many. That one gives DeLuna a little bit of hope. Certainly, he cannot afford to drop this rack, Jeff DeLuna. If he's to have any chance at all, it's a rack he must have, otherwise this fella will just be far too far ahead.
If he can see enough of the 5 ball, I think he's going to try and bank it one rail in the far upper right-hand corner and try and play position for the 6 maybe in the same pocket. That way he has a little bit of safety there. Even if he misses the bank, he might hook him, might leave him another jump shot, but he doesn't want to leave long straight in.
Just going to work out the right strategy, execute the correct shot. And the longer he takes over this, I guess the more options you see. end. Well, you can see from his reaction that that is a stinker. He doesn't need to get the jump stick out for this. It's straight in.
Well, let's see if Luong can make a little smoother pass at this. This is a tough shot.
He gets one tough shot, leaves himself another tough shot. But if this one drops, it's another rack against his name. Put it in the book. And Jeff DeLuna's campaign is falling apart here. Surely there is no way back from that deficit. Luong Dung will break to go on the hill. He's had a great week, Jeff DeLuna. It is so tough to emerge from the pack in Philippine 9-ball because there is just so much talent out there. But DeLuna has thrown a marker down that he is a star for the future in this sport.
He could really do some damage playing 8-ball with that big break that he's got.
Rack 14, goes along to break.
He just needs to tone it down playing 9-ball, I think. Another straight inside.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been automatic for him, hasn't it?
Yeah. Wish I would have broke like that. Well, the funny thing is I practiced that break a couple times, and I was scared to scratch in the corner. But the corners are pretty small, so the odds of that happening are slim.
The 2 is in wide open space, so is the 3, so is the 4. The only thing that looks vaguely tricky on this rack is getting from 4 to 5.
Yeah, he came very far there. I might have just stopped that and went to the bottom rail, came up. Now, you're right, this 45 got really tough right now. So he's got to come up right about there. So you have to follow up one rail, just miss the 8-ball. And get back up to the middle of the table with an angle to get back on the 5.
Yeah, this is the shot.
Yeah, he left the right angle, just a little distance on it. He wants to play it right into that second diamond, that way he's straight in on the 5. A little bit of top right-hand English on this. No, it hit exactly where his cue was.
Oh boy, that sound you can hear is Jeff DeLuna's death knell.
It's pretty brutal to sit in the chair when you know you're going to lose. In theory, Long Dung, he's got what, 3 more breaks?
Oh yeah,
three more breaks at it. I mean, he's got 3 opportunities from here to break and run out.
It would be an extraordinary collapse if the man from Vietnam were to fail to do that. He's put on a masterclass tonight. This has been magnificent 9-ball.
Yeah, he's got a little funny bridge here again, a little long. Alright, good shot.
Not missed many. Didn't miss that either on the hill, and with a huge lead as well. Dung nearly in the Elite 8. Jeff DeLuna needs a miracle. 10-4. Welcome back to the Philippine International Convention Center.
4 racks to 10.
Is this the last act of the last match of the round of 16? Well, Jeff DeLuna.
Let's see if he's mad enough just to go ahead and hit him hard, or if he's going to go with the soft break again. Looks like soft break.
Well, he's left a little triangle there, the 4, 8, 9. A bit jammed up there, but they are playable.
I think it's just a little late for Jeff DeLuna on the soft break. He should have figured that out a little sooner.
Well, especially when you watch the way the other guy was working it. And clearly this one is not automatic for him to get position on the 2. Here's himself a long 2. And with confidence on the floor, this isn't the sort of shot you want to take on, really, is it?
Yeah, this is tough. He's got to hold the cue ball for the 3. He's got to... Just barely...
Yeah, played it very well.
Oh, wow. Good touch there.
These fans no longer have the enthusiasm even to applaud it. They're awaiting the end of this one with some disappointment. It's been a good day for Philippine 9-ball, but this is not the way they wanted it to end.
He's just going to hold it for the side on the 4.
That fellow in the other chair spoiled the party tonight. They came here looking to finish the night on a high. Somebody forgot to tell Luong what the script was.
Luong's here for business. He's here to win that 100,000. And he's on his way to it.
Well, a win here guarantees him 10 grand, so that's a good week's work right there.
Wow, that's a bad roll there. That's unlucky. Just caught the point there.
Doesn't that just sum up the night?
Yeah.
He knows it's over.
Well, he should still win this game. Just clip the 7, go up table. Make him kick at it.
Well, there does come a point, doesn't there, Corey, you stop fighting. You just try and relax and enjoy it while you still can, because you know that it's over, barring something sensational from your opponent. You try and delay the inevitable. No for him. Where's he going to go, though? Good luck balances out.
Yeah, he got one bad roll, and then he just got one good roll, so...
It could have gone anywhere, and it tucks itself in nicely behind the 9-ball.
Let's see his 3-cushion billiard skills here. I'd say that would be the escape, three rails. Just above to the side. I'd be surprised to see him go one rail here. We gotta hit it with the perfect center ball. Which he did.
Has he got it?
No, I missed it.
One hand.
That's such a tough shot because if you miss hit the cue ball, either way, on that distance of a shot, you're gonna miss your hit. I prefer going a three rail escape there. The thing is, he really didn't open him up.
Yeah, that's the good thing. Just that little touch.
He's gonna try and wedge the cue ball between the 8 and 9, and bank the 7 over in between the 8 and 9 on the other side. That's what he's gonna try and do here.
Watch out for that 9 ball.
Yeah, see that? Perfect speed. You see how I got the 7 back over there? No, I mean, there's really not much of an escape here. Maybe a 2-rail escape up near the left-hand corner. If you can just miss the corner with your left-hand spin, you might be able to 2-rail it down and hit the 7.
Your percentage chance of this? Slim and none. Slim's turned in for the night.
Yeah, that was a great safety. That was a great safety by Jeff. He's really showing some experience at 22.
And now DeLuna can clean up.
The 8's in a little bit of a tough spot. I'm not sure if it goes inside. Oh, it must.
Judging by the way he played that, he must just be able to chip it over.
Well, this could be the last ball he shoots this match.
Yeah, the way the other fellow's been breaking. Well, he's done what he can do. He's going to make the other fella go out and break for it. You never want to hand it to the other guy on a plate. Jeff DeLuna, 5 adrift, knows it's all up, but at least he's held his break. Does he get out of that chair again? The question posed by Corey Jewell. A lot of that's going to be up to this fella. Almost time to turn out the lights here. Yeah, not quite.
Back 16. I'm going to break, leading 10 racks to 5.
Ooh, yeah, really almost. Well, look at the scratch.
There it goes. There it goes.
Thank you.
Well, he's rubbish at the break, isn't he, this fella?
Hold down, please.
He did actually flirt with that in his second break of the match. Other than that, his break has been perfect. Well, it takes a bounce out of the jaws. And Green didn't come to his rescue.
Unbelievable how many times that happens. You'll see a guy who gets on the hill, scratching the side, or somebody that's just been breaking perfect. They just sometimes that gets into your head. One more rack, only one more, and it's not like you're out there trying to win. You're just almost not trying to lose.
Well, I get fed up of hearing commentators saying this, but it does seem to be true. The toughest racks to win, the first and the last.
Yeah.
now. Maybe Jeff can make this interesting yet. If he can steal this one, break and run out, 10-7.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, he's looking at following up here to play the 2-9 combination.
2 off. Off.
That would be a pretty quick turnover. As long as he makes sure he just doesn't follow too far and get behind that 4 ball, he should be fine.
Nicely positioned. That looks on.
Just going to concentrate, take his time on this, and wants to at least keep the heat on Luong.
Yeah, fair play. We're going nowhere just yet. Jeff DeLuna has life and hope. But Luong Dung still has a big lead. 10-6 off the scratch. Off it goes to 10-7. Some of those fans who decided to bail out on this match in the last turnaround might come sneaking back in. Never a good idea to leave early. It would still be a shock of shocks if this fellow were to get dumped out here, but funny things do happen in this game.
Yep. Rack 17. Jeff DeLuna's a break. Trailing 6 racks to 10.
He's under no pressure.
Don't freeze on it. Oh, that's a bad roll there. I mean, he played it perfect. He's got the cue ball close to the 1, just a little too close. Jeff hasn't really got a whole lot of good breaks in this match. He's going to have to clip the 1 and try and maybe go under the 7 or under the 3-9. Well, he's looking at maybe Kieran the 5 in.
That's what he seems to be looking at.
Looking at? No, he's playing safe.
Is he going to get safe? That's keeping on moving.
That's a so-called safety.
Yes. That's what
As long as they got jump cues, that's not safe.
Yeah. Didn't he nail one in a similar position earlier in the match? And that squeaking you can hear is Luong chalking up that jump cue.
Have some quiet then, please.
Sorry.
Well, you got a decent result there.
Yeah. It's the sort of jump shot you make when you're 10-6 up in a race to 11. Nearly sneaked the thing in. That would have been ridiculous.
Good shot by Jeff there. You see how the cue ball's in front of the 8, which blocks the rail over by the 6. He can't hit that rail, so now he's got to go to the shorter rail. It's a little bit tougher to hit.
I think whatever the result tonight, Jeff DeLune has enjoyed this last 7 days of competition. Pretty much unknown outside of the Philippines when this tournament started. He's had some exposure on the TV table. Impressed us with his break and with his personality. And hopefully he's a young man that we'll see a lot of in years to come.
Almost scratched there.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff's got a shot here. He can put a little pressure on Luong. Long shot, long tough shot.
And this is where, if you're Jeff DeLune, you're saying, why does it have to be alternate break? Because this would give you the chance of coming back.
Yeah. Jeff's, he's capable of running multiple racks. If they were playing winter break, I'd say he's almost favorite.
Nobody would have left this arena if they'd been playing winter break, that's for sure. Now, can he nail this very long one? Yes, nicely done. Is he going to get something on the 2, or is he going to be really unlucky? What a shame.
I don't know what he said, but I don't think it was all that good.
It probably wasn't something we want to be translating on the air, Corey. Something along the lines of, what jolly rotten luck. Now he's lousy luck.
Well, I think you have to get the bridge out and kick to the bottom rail. You can possibly kick it in the side and still run out. You got to do is hit the, well, he's got the jump cue. Well, I mean, they just jump everything nowadays. I don't even own a jump cue.
Well, any kind of contact, it should drop. He still has no shot. But he's having fun, and so are we.
That was a hell of a shot. I can't believe he can get over it. I mean, he only had about 2 inches. He had it straight up in the air, too. It takes a lot of skill to be able to pull off something like that. Yeah, he's got a tough safety here because as soon as he clips the 3, it looks like the cue ball's going over towards the 6. So he's got to try and
It seems like a while since Luong has graced us with his presence. Jeff's been hogging the table ever since Luong got to the hill.
yeah, Luong's just been thinking about that break shot. He'll get another chance to break him. I'm sure he'll fix it.
That's not going to fly.
That was a tough safety there.
He's nowhere near safety.
This is it for the match. He is to float the 3 inside. Leave himself a long shot on the 5. For the match.
Get the impression Luong's gone off the boil a little bit ever since he got on the hill. He almost sort of took his foot off the gas as if to say, job done. Let's see if he can just get it finished here. That's going to give him every chance. That's a lovely shot. They don't want to applaud, but they have to.
He's going to have to draw this back 6 inches to a foot to get position on the 6.
Just like that.
Hit that good.
All over for Jeff DeLuna. And he's put a smile on a lot of faces this week.
He's really got a good attitude, you know. He's taking it pretty good, you know. He's had a good tournament.
Yeah, he's a breath of fresh air, Corey. He really is. Wouldn't mind seeing him again. I wouldn't mind seeing this fellow again. Love the way he breaks. Love the way he goes about his business at the table.
Well, it's all business for Long Dong. He's looking at that $100,000 check at the end of the week.
Well, with this 9-ball, he guarantees himself a $10,000 check and a place in the quarterfinals. And that'll do it. A very professional, classy game of 9-ball there from Luong Dung. Jeff DeLuna tried to make it 3 out of 3 for the Philippines today. The round of 16 couldn't quite do it. No disgrace, but he ran into a guy that was in great form, particularly on his break. So we have wins today for those guys. The quarterfinals, Ronaldo Alcano against Wu Cha-Ching. Luong versus Li Hei-Wen. So Vietnam versus China for place in the semis. Liu Cheng-Chuan, the mystery man from Chinese Taipei, against Ralph Suquet, the surviving European. And Rodolfo Lurat against Fu Chei-Wei in another Philippines-Chinese Taipei battle. That's our Elite 8 today.